Okay, my first course was I was working for the University of Wyoming for a summer program. We hadn't really met, Dave and I, and Allison was my first, and Dave Brunk, my leader. And so I was kind of a fallen away Catholic, and she was sharing with me in the tent about her love of Jesus and her joy, and just a story about being widowed, just kind of really powerful, and inviting me into prayer time in the mornings and just praising God all the time. And it really was very unusual, and it was beautiful, and I was really drawn to that. And then when we came back, I was, of course, introduced to, so thank you, Allison. So I was introduced to Drew and Mary, of course, through with Solid Rock. And one of the things on the course is the very last day, the students, we had them on our backpacking course, we had the students come do a solo day, and they had a terrible day. There was fractions. They split off from each other. Who they chose was a leader, and then when they came in, it was dark, and so we, Allison said, we're washing feet. So as they came into camp, we had hot soup for them, and we were washing their feet, and it was so transformative and so beautiful, and for me, it was very transformative and really beautiful watching all these students' feet. I want to give you a little picture about Solid Rock in the early days. So Andrew was probably, I don't know, 11 or 10 years
like
old.
that.
Yeah. And,
good looking and spunky.
Yeah. Yeah. And Amy, beautiful with long hair. And the house on Sheridan and 7th Street. Yeah, that was the hub. The garage, it was a white house, and the garage in the back with all the Solid Rock supplies up in the upstairs of the garage. And we would be sorting out and cleaning and washing and hanging and sorting and cleaning, washing, hanging. And we'd make gorp in the bathtub. Yeah, the food day was a big day. And well, when I first met with Solid Rock, they asked me to work for them. And after I did this course with Allison, and I was just a college student in the University of Wyoming, and I was a fallen away Catholic, and just out of the blue, I got a phone call in my dorm room. I was just kind of alone doing homework, and it was Drew, and he called and said, "Tracy, I'm sitting here in my office with my yellow notepad and just going through my prayer list. And your name came up there, so I called you to ask you, how can I pray for you?" To this day, that just blew me away. So it gives me and so no one had ever asked if they could pray for me. My little Polish grandma, she would say, "Tresiczka, today I prayed the rosary for you." And so that's what I've had for prayer for me. And so that, and then Drew and Mary started inviting me to church, and from there, Dave and I, they were really transformative into our marriage. And Drew married us. He baptized us at the Flat Creek Ranch. It was when his MS was just, it was just when his MS was just starting to, we thought it was Lyme disease or something. And so he didn't want to get into the ice cold water at a mountain lake at the Flat Creek. Yeah, so I really wanted to be baptized. And so we decided to be baptized on the same day. And then he kind of blessed us and then pushed us in off of a deck. And your parents were there your mom was there taking pictures. Or your, actually Drew's mom was taking pictures. And 12 hours later, we got engaged. We decided we were going to get married. That same day, we got baptized with Drew. And anyway, so the early days in Solid Rock were a great blessing. Here's a early Solid Rock. Thank you. The first manual. Drew, to be in Solid Rock, we had to, the first Solid Rock junior, to be a Solid Rock instructor, we had to read Freedom of the Hills, and we the American Alpine Association.
Yeah,
book
accidents
of
in North
accidents.
America. Yeah.
Oh, North American accidents. So, and our training included Sherpa. We called it being a Sherpa. So I got to be a Sherpa with Mary. I got to be a Sherpa with Drew. I got to be a Sherpa with Allison. That was the best training in the world. So.
Woo!